Hi guys, I just wanted to talk about my birth story today. Of my fourth child. Here's little Jelani. Say hello. Say hello, Jelani. Oh. Just want to talk about how he showed up really quickly. So he was born on May 6th, I was saying. He was born just this last month. He's 1 month old today, actually. So yeah, he was born May 6th. My due date was originally May 24th, I believe. And yeah, he came a little bit early. He came, healthy. He wasn't preemie or anything. He was 6 pounds and 12 ounces, which was about the same weight my other boy was. Which is so funny. I thought he was going to be bigger, but because he came a little earlier, he wasn't that big. So, he actually came at 37 weeks. So, the day I went into labor was pretty much like every other day. I remember the day before I was feeling a certain way, and I told my husband, sorry, more than likely he was going to come in a few days around that time, because I was feeling a certain way. Jelani was dropping really low and everything, and it's something about after you've had kids before, you kind of know when the child is coming. So I told him that it would be soon. I just didn't know how soon. So that day, that morning, I felt fine. I was sitting here at my computer doing whatever I was doing, probably playing games or something. And around I believe 12:30, when my other kids went down for a nap, I remember being really tired, and I went to go take a nap, because I was usually taking a nap around that time. So I went to go lay down. My husband was home that day. I went to go lay down, and I was taking a nap. I didn't feel anything around that time, not yet. So I took a nap, and when I woke up, I woke up around probably 3 o'clock. I don't remember. Around 3 o'clock. I felt pretty rested, I believe. And I woke up, and I remember I was laying on my side, and I was feeling a certain way. Like, as soon as I woke up, I opened my eyes, and I felt contractions. And at first I was like, okay, well, these feel like normal contractions. But actually, no, they didn't. It's like, as soon as I woke up, these contractions were really painful. Like, I felt like it was actually time. And I went to get my husband, and he was like, are you okay? Because I was looking a certain way. And I was trying to sit up. He was trying to help me out of bed. And once I sat up, I realized, wait a minute, okay, these contractions just came really close. So, okay, I was sitting there like, okay, it can't be that quick. That's just kind of ridiculous. I can't just wake up out of a nap and just be in labor just like bam. I've always had pretty quick labors, like really fast. I've never been in labor for like more than 4 hours. But it happened so fast. He helped me out of bed, and I could barely walk. I remember saying I had to go pee, and he helped me to the bathroom, and I sat down, and I could not pee at all. I actually could not pee. I was sitting there, feeling the pain. The contractions were coming. They were coming too quick. I was sitting there like, alright, something's going on now, alright. Is this really it? And the reason why I knew it was it was because they were coming really, really quick, really painful, and I could not pee. Not only I could not pee, but I couldn't even hardly get off the toilet. I was trying to maybe get up, but the pain was coming so fast, I couldn't even, catch my breath. So I was like, okay, more like this is it. So my husband starts panicking, and he starts calling, our family or whatever, to, for help. We had someone to watch the kids, thank goodness. But I went into labor so quick, I wouldn't even have a chance to get to the hospital. I knew I wasn't going to have much time to get there. So basically what we had to do, we had to call 911, because anybody who drove me, I probably wouldn't have gotten there that quick, because, traffic or whatever. And the hospital from here is about maybe 20, 25 minutes away, depending on traffic. So, I start panicking a bit, and my other kids, they start panicking because, they're young, they don't know what's going on. They hear me kind of screaming. So, my mother-in-law comes, and she, kind of takes over and helps with them, and she comforts them or whatever, because I can't do anything at this point. So, everybody's in a panic mode, and I was like, oh man, I didn't want to go by ambulance. I didn't want to be kind of scared this way. I didn't want it to come like this, but it happened anyway. I said I might as well. I was kind of happy anyway. I wanted him to come, because my body was extremely tired, and I was just so over it. But the ambulance came. They asked me a ton of questions, checked me out, whatever. And I got to go to the hospital. My husband got to come with me. I was so happy, and I was scared. I thought I was going to have this baby right here in the house. I thought I was going to have him maybe in the toilet or something crazy. But they just kept telling me, just don't push it, because I literally felt like I was going to push. The contractions were that close. They were like not even, like barely 30 minutes apart. Not 30 minutes, 30 seconds apart. They were really, really close. So, we get to the hospital. It seems like it takes forever, and I'm, trying to be calm in the back of the ambulance. They gave me some oxygen. And I'm just laying there trying to breathe and calm down and recollect myself, saying, okay, wow, this is like really quick. Like, really, this is like 3 in the afternoon, right after my nap. I didn't have time to eat. I didn't have time to prepare. Good thing I had my hospital bag already packed. For the most part, I had my things already packed. But it was just so quick. I was like, wow. So, I get to the hospital, they check me in and all that. And they check me, and I'm actually fully dilated, which was no surprise. I kind of assumed that based on how my body was going. I assumed I was fully dilated. So, they get me prepped up, give me the IV and all that other junk. Oh, you're smiling. And, yeah, basically, it was, pretty much time for me to push. They gave me a little bit of time. And, when I kind of felt like I was ready to push, they told me to start pushing. So I did. I was laying on my back, the normal birth position, which I actually hate. I hate that they have you laying on your back like that. And I started pushing, but I couldn't push. I mean, I guess my body wasn't ready yet or something. One of the nurses was kind of getting on my nerves, because she was just like, telling me, your baby's heart rate's dropping. You gotta push. And me and my husband were looking at each other like, okay, well, I'm trying. I've never really had a problem pushing, but for some reason this time I wasn't really ready yet. I was pushing or trying to push. My body just wouldn't let me push. I don't know if I was too tired from, just being in labor, or, I just wasn't ready. So, the nurse, she left me alone. She came back. And she was like, okay, when you're ready to push, I'll come back and help you out. So, she came back, and, we tried to push again. And I don't know, my lower body was just giving out. I could not hardly push. And, she was scaring me, saying, either, we get this baby out soon, or we're going to have to use the vacuum. And I was like, oh, hell no, that can't work. The vacuum thing, I don't like using other devices to get your baby out. I don't like having to go that route. So, I was kind of scared at that point, like, okay, I gotta get this baby out. I gotta get him out. He was fine. I heard his heartbeat and everything. They were talking about his heart rate is dropping. They always tell you that. I don't know how true that is, or if it's just a tactic to scare you to get you to push faster. I don't know, but I don't know. But either way, she kept telling me that, either I get him out, or they use the vacuum, or I get a C-section. I was like, no C-section, please. I had one with my last son. You know, I have 3 kids already. I had 3 kids before him, and my son was the only one I had to have a C-section with, and I did not like it at all. I can't do a C-section again. That was horrible. But she told me that, and I was like, okay, I'm trying. So she left me alone again. You know, and when she came back, we tried a different way. She had me sit on this little like toilet stool thing. She had me sit, like maybe, you know, maybe if I sit up, you know, the baby will come out faster. So I was like, okay, well, that's a good thing to try. You know, I've always wanted to try a different position giving birth anyway. You know, the traditional laying down, I hate that. You know, gravity is not working with you. I don't see how anyone could push like that. So she had me try that. That didn't work very well. I still couldn't really push. I was sitting on the little stool thing. It's kind of like sitting on the toilet. And I just couldn't get the baby out. So she was like, okay, this is our last resort. She said, you know, how about let's try getting on your hands and knees. And in my mind, I was like, wow, okay. I had no idea I could even try that position. So we actually tried it, and it worked. I got on my hands and knees, and I was able to push much better. I was able to kind of squat down a bit, and, you know, within like, I think 3 to 5 minutes, I was able to push finally. You know, I was finally able to push this boy out. By then, I was in so much pain, I was like, okay, just please come out, little boy. Please, just come out. So I pushed. Didn't take that long, maybe like 2 minutes. I pushed really hard and then screamed when his head was coming out. And he finally came out. So I was like, yay, oh my gosh, it's over, it's over, it's over. This, me and my husband were in panic mode, like, I don't want a C-section. I really don't. So by then we were kind of panicking. But he finally came out. So yeah. He was born around 6 something. I forgot the exact time. Around 6 something in the evening. So yeah, that was pretty much it. He was healthy, he was crying and everything. And I was just so happy to get it over with. I was just so happy. And he was healthy and everything else. So yeah, he's here. He's pretty much a good baby, except that I have realized that he has a little temper. He has a temper. When he's mad, and he won't be quiet, no matter what. He's extremely needy. He wants to be held all the time. If you don't hold him, he'll get an attitude, and he'll yell to the top of his lungs until you come to pick him up. So I'm trying not to spoil this boy, but he's extremely, extremely needy. He's already the baby of the family, and he tries to run things around here. He tries. And he pretty much does. Right, July. So yeah, that's my birth story with him. You know, no complications other than, you know, just panicking. Being in panic mode from getting to the hospital in the ambulance and then, you know, barely making it and everything else, but everything worked out fine in the end. They sent me home within 24 hours, which is awesome. I did not want to stay at the hospital any longer than normal. You know, everything was fine. I was walking. There were no problems. Nothing. So, so happy. I got to go home. Yay. And it was so cute when my other kids saw him. Their reactions were so cute. You know, my 2 oldest ones, you know, they loved him. But my youngest, it took her a while because she's almost 2. And it took her a while to kind of look at him and be like, okay, who are you? Why are you in my parents' arms? Yeah, it took her a while. She had a little attitude for a while, but she got over it, and now she loves him. She absolutely loves him. She plays with his toes and plays with his little hands, and yeah, she loves her little brother. So now I have 4 kids. 4 young kids, and my oldest is 5, so my hands are extremely full right now. Extremely full. I'm only able to do this video now because it's like 6 in the morning and they're still asleep. So yeah, my hands are extremely full. Me and my husband are extremely sleep deprived. But we're used to it. And life is a little hectic and busy, but it's fun nonetheless. It's pretty fun. So I'm happy. I'm happy the birth went well and everything. It's funny because, like I said, all my labors go through really fast. Really fast. My first child was born within like 4 or 5 hours, fully dilated, all natural, everything. No epidural. I didn't want an epidural initially, but I was like, okay, well, if I needed one, I'll try it. But my first daughter, no time for an epidural. My second child, my son, he didn't. He was breech, which I was really upset. He was heads down the entire pregnancy, and at the last minute, he turned up and he ended up breech. He didn't want to come out, and that says a lot about his personality because, he can be kind of lazy sometimes and not want to, be independent or, put any work into anything. And that's been him. So yeah, I had to have a C-section with him, and I was not happy. I was not happy at all. The pain afterwards was no joke. And with my third child, she came pretty quickly too. No C-section, no medication, no epidural, no nothing. I was like, yeah, I can actually handle natural births because they come so quick. I never have to push for very long. So as of now, I've had 3 all-natural births. All natural, no medications, and I'm very proud of that. That's one thing I'm proud of as a mother, that I'm able to do that. And not have the epidural, because there's so many things that can go wrong with the epidural. I just didn't want it. I like being as natural as possible, if possible, of course. If you can't help it, well, you just can't help it. So, I'm very proud of that. So this is my 4th baby, and I'm done. I'm done with having kids. Have 4 really close together, and yeah, that's it. That's little Jelani's birth story for you. Hope you enjoyed this random video, and I'll probably be doing more videos about things like this, maybe homeschooling and whatever else. So hope you enjoyed.